As it is B. Wiley. It is Saturday. It is Self-Care Saturday. And speaking of, just a little disclaimer, as you can see, my face is swollen. It's broken out in hives. There's some redness, and it is a mess. And it is that way because I had an allergic reaction to a face mask that I put on last night. So I woke up like this, literally, and it's a hot mess. However, I'm here to deliver a message nonetheless. So if you don't want to look at my swollen face, turn away, but make sure you listen to the message. All right, so when we're talking about self-care, I come here every Saturday. If you follow me, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and every Saturday I either post a quote or do a video or a status about self-care because it is very important. And in my single woman series, I came up with 3 steps: self-care, self-development, and self-reliance. Those are the 3 tips that I came up with to successfully soft single for my single ladies. Today, we're going to talk about self-development, and I have my notes here. It's going to be pretty quick and to the point. It's 3 points I want to hit on, so don't even trip. All right, so when we're talking about self-development, we're talking about feeding your mind greatness. We're talking about watching, reading, and listening. A lot of us claim that we don't like to read. However, if you don't like to read, you can watch. If you don't like to watch videos like this, you can just turn away and listen. So when we're talking about self-development, when I was working on my self-development hardcore, because I figure as adults, we're always developing. As a grown woman, as a grown man, we're always developing. However, when I first really got into the thick of it and was really to change my mindset, I tuned in. And one of the things that I watched was Transformation Church. And you don't have to believe in God to be following me or watching my videos. Whoever you believe in, it's a-okay with me. However, I watched a series called Ducks in a Row, and it was all about mastering money and tithing and giving, and when you give, how to give, and how to fall into an alignment and feed from your heart and give from love versus giving and expecting something back. So you definitely want to look at things that challenge your mind and that make you a better person and develop your skills on the inside, so what you put outside will be a pure reflection of who you are, which is love. And when we're talking about watching things, we want to talk about reading. Me personally, I love reading. I always have. 3 books that I've read lately that are self-help books. One is 100 Ways to Motivate Yourself. The second one is the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success was very good. I found out about this book when I was watching Hot Ones, and Big Sean was on there. And Hot Ones, if you haven't watched it, you should go look up Hot Ones. It's a good show. And he talked about the seven spiritual laws of success. So I read that one. And then the other book that I read was Get Up and Do It. So basically, my goal with developing self, if you're like me, is I wanted to challenge myself to read more, to do more, to jot down notes, to understand what changes I need to make, what tweaks I need to make to become more developed and better in my career as a person, as a human, and in life. All right, now when we're talking about self development, number 2 is we want to create new habits. Come up with a daily routine. For example, today I got up, I set my intentions. And when you set your intentions, you definitely want to hold yourself accountable. When I got up, my intentions were to do this video. However, before I even looked in the mirror, I knew this eye over here was swollen. And I was like, something is not right. And I looked in the mirror and looked like I had been in a fight. And I ain't been in no fight or got attacked by some bees. None of the above had happened. However, I held myself accountable. And here I am. I knew I had a job to do regardless of what my face looked like. And then after you hold yourself accountable, you want to execute those intentions, whatever they are. Whether it was to get up and walk around your neighborhood because we're all really in the house right now, whether it was to get up and fix breakfast, whether it was to meal prep, you want to execute. Then at the end of the day, you want to revisit your day, do a recap, and celebrate your small successes, aka what I like to say, celebrate self. So whatever you did, celebrate that. That's something that you did and you held yourself accountable, you executed, and you did what you planned out to do. However, if you did not, and we definitely don't want to get into the habit of not fulfilling our goals, daily goals. However, things happen. And so you want to then do what that was the following day. So that is creating new habits. That's number 2. The first one was feed your mind. Number 3, the last one, work on your discipline. This has probably been one of the hardest things for me to work on personally. I started really mastering my discipline that last year, and I am not a master right now. I am far better with my discipline than I was before. However, if you master your discipline, everything else will fall into line. And when we're talking about your discipline, we want to talk about your mind, body, slash soul. We want to create balance. We want to be mentally balanced, spiritually balanced, and well. And also, when we talk about balance, it's funny because when we think about balance, when I think about balance, it's like in life, you want to have balance. You can't be listening to trap music every day and then take the trap music to your job because they will fire your butt if you go up in there knucking if you bucking. So you want to have balance. So me personally, when I work out, I tend to listen to trap music, rap music, and it is what it is. However, at the end of the day and at the beginning of the day, I know my father created me, so that doesn't make me a bad person. It just means I have balance. I love the Lord, and I like to listen to trap music. So whatever you love and whatever you don't love, just make sure you do a little bit of this and that so you can have balance. When we're talking about our body, because we're feeding ourselves, our future body will thank us for. We're feeding ourselves what our future body will thank us for. When it comes to our body, be unwilling to let yourself go. This is very important. Right now, we're in the house. We're on lockdown. We're on house arrest. Be unwilling to let yourself go. You cannot let yourself go. Get up every day, meal prep, do exercise, do home workouts. There are so many home workouts on Instagram and YouTube and Twitter, everywhere. You cannot avoid it. Don't be lazy. Feed yourself things that make you feel good. If it makes you feel bad, cut back from it. You are in control. And if it builds you up, do more of it. And if it tears you down, stay away from it. And lastly, when we're talking about the soul, you want to just be in alignment, be in tune, be flowing free, be on a good vibration. Do things that make your spirit and your soul and your mind feel relaxed. And once you do that, you're fully developed, and as each day goes on, you're becoming more and more developed. And there's nothing like being fully developed. Excuse me. There's nothing like being fully developed. So guys, it's Single Woman series. This is part 2. It's called self-development. What do you think? What do you think about self-development? What are the things that you're going to try today? Is it your discipline you need to work on? Is it setting your intentions? What do you need to do to make your future self thank you later? All right, guys, thanks for watching. I am B. Wiley. Sorry about my swollen face. It's worse in person. I tried to do my hair, my lipstick, and my eyebrows for y'all. That's all I could do today. So I hope you appreciate this video, and just let me know what you think. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Give it a thumbs down if you don't. Give me some constructive criticism. Whatever it is, I'm open. So anyway, follow me. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, B. Wiley, and don't forget to hit that notification bell if you're watching me here on YouTube. Bye.